Hello.
Sanam.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Suzanne. I thought I was called in late.
Perfect timing. Rahmani, Tomas.
Hi there.
Hey.
Ooh, I have a question while we're waiting for people to come on. Anyone there?
Yeah.
I called in to hear the last session, just listen again, and all I could get was, I believe it sounded like, maybe I couldn't tell what language, Spanish, maybe a foreign language was all I was getting. And I just thought, I must have done something wrong. Has anyone had that happen to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
I
If
just
you dialed, I wonder if you dialed perhaps the wrong code number for the class. Is that possible?
Maybe. It is. I'll double check that code. I did it a couple of times, and I thought, something's not right here. I'll double check it. See what happens. Maybe I wasn't meant to listen.
Were you able to listen to the archived version? Because it was a great one.
No, but I will. Do I go? I'll do that under suggestions. So, on what date?
Was it last week?
I think it was the 29th. Yes, the 29th. That's the one I was trying to look up or listen to. I'll double check and see if I can get that information. Yeah, I wanted to hear it again slowly because, oddly enough, I probably shouldn't be talking there. Probably here again, probably right there, huh? I know. Okay. Anyway, it was intriguing to me, and I was having phone problems that day, so I wanted to hear it clearly.
Good idea. Well, I heard that the call was being recorded, so Siri Gian must be on. Isn't that right? Doesn't she do the recording?
Yeah.
I think she does.
She turns on the recording after she gets on. The announcement says it's being recorded to tell you when you tune in.
Yeah. And did someone else also hear that it was being recorded? Because I can
I heard that.
Yeah. She must be having phone trouble too then.
Huh.
Well, maybe we should check.
I wonder, is Mercury retrograde?
Maybe it's just early. Last time when we were listening, there was a lady. Wait a minute, it's 7:06 on my time. There really could be a problem.
I'll try calling her home number and see if she picks up. Because I'm in the same area code. Maybe we should chant Ad Such, Jagad Such, Habe Such, Nanak Hosi Be Such.
Yes.
They help
That's a
her
good
get through. Ad Such, Jagad Such, Habe Such, Nanak Hosi Be Such. Ad Such, Jagad Such, Habe Such, Nanak Hosi Be Such. Ad Such, Jagad Such, Habe Such, Nanak Hosi Be Such. Ad Such, Jagad Such, Habe Such, Nanak Hosi Be Such. Ad Such,
Nanak hosi se sach ab sach Nanak hosi se sach ab sach 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 Nahosi be Sach Sach Bebe Sach Nahosi be Sach Jugat Sach Bebe Sach Nanak Be Sach.
So we thought you probably were on and having trouble. But let us know.
Hello?
Oh.
Should we all log off and log back in?
Yeah.
Could we do that? Could that help?
Sure.
Unknown.
Oh, I don't think that's a problem.
I tried calling her home number and the machine was on. So
is she in Los Angeles?
That I don't know.
I don't know. I was looking at the website, and I think there's some kind of a workshop in Los Angeles. I'm not sure if she already left or she's leaving. I forgot the dates.
So let's all log back in, and then maybe we should just tune in and see if collectively we can bring through Baba Siri Chand.
Okay.
Cool.
Hi, ladies.
Oh, there.
Oh my God! I have to apologize. Oh my God! I'll tell you what happened. You know, I'm right after this call. I'm going to drive to Los Angeles, and I thought, well, I'll be smart. I'll pack up everything tonight. I packed up my phone and everything, and then just on time, I went to get my phone. I went, oh no, it's packed. So I tried to call you on my cell phone, which I got in. I could hear you, but nobody could hear me. So God bless you all. I heard you chanting. Oh, you're so good. Bless you all.
It was really kind of cool. We were just going to see if we could go on and see how it went together. I thought that was a really cool idea.
Oh, what were you going to do? You were going to listen to Baba Siri Chand together?
Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea. Okay. So did you tune in yet?
We were just starting.
With the Aksach, Jugat Sach, Habe Sach.
Oh, bless you, dear. Okay, so let's all sit straight, palms together. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale again. Uh-oh, it sounds like this battery might go any time. Well, if it does, carry on, okay? Okay. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Agare Nama, Jagagare Nama, Sagare Nama, Siri Gurudeva Nama, Agare Nama, Jagagare Nama, Sagare Nama, Siri Gurudeva Nama, Agare Nama, Jagagare Nama, Sagare Nama, Siri Gurudeva Nama. Long deep breath. And begin heart breath. Open wide. Good. And now join with each other in heart breath. Keep opening. Feel the coziness. And now open wider. Open wider to send your loving care to all those people who had all that destruction with the tornadoes. God bless them all. Good. Now inhale. And exhale. And Baba Siri Chand is here. He says, ha, ha, ha. He said, didn't I make a good one this time? Well, sir. Okay. He says, yes, you all are inspired. He says, yes, this is the time for each one of you to take a turn listening to me. And by the way, this is me talking, especially if my battery goes out. You all just continue to the end of the time, okay? Okay, so who will be first? Don't everybody jump at once. Guru Ravi, are you here? Okay, Rahmane.
Yes.
Okay, would you start?
Yes. Mirth gives birth to the new earth. So rejoice in our choice to celebrate our liberation from beliefs that keep our feet stuck in the mud of heaviness. So he invites us to feel our feet in the mud of stuckness and our head in the expansiveness of the liberated mind, and then to feel the heart loving both our capacity to be expanded and to love the parts of us that may feel stuck in the mud. And now I throw the ball to someone else in the circle.
Who's being prompted? Sadnakar, are you there?
Yes, yes.
You want to take a go?
Yes. The mud play is delightful. And it was perfect then, and it's perfect now. And to be as children playing catch with the energy and changing it as needed. That is our capacity. That's what I got.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'll pick it up now. And if my voice disappears because my battery has gone dead, will you all continue to do this with one another?
Yeah.
Continue to take turns, you promise?
Yeah.
And you'll speak up even though you're shaking in your boots? Okay? Can you do that?
Shaking in our muddy boots?
Yes, shaking in your muddy boots. He says, bravo, bravo. He says he has been waiting for this transformation and this transition for a mighty long time. He says, you know that you, meaning each one of you, and he communicate all the time. He says, now, my dear ones, it's time for your graduation. It's time for you to begin to talking intently to yourself. And he says, and allowing these words that we discussed to go out to others. He says, whether that's in your writing, whether that's in your discussion, you don't have to stop everything and go into seance and say, oh, now it's Baba Siri Chand talking. You don't have to do that. He says, what is important is that you stay tuned in. He says, don't think it's just me. It is your soul. It is Guru Ram Das. It is Yogi Bhajan. It is Jesus. He says, this is the time to speak from the wisdom that flows through you. He says, give full course to the wisdom that flows through you. He says, you're not dumb bunnies. He says, you know that. You're not dumb bunnies. He says, you're very remarkable people. Very, very remarkable. He says, and the reason why you are remarkable is that you can listen, that you can stand your ground, that you can be totally humble in your presence, and in the presence of the divine. He says, actually, there's no difference between your presence and the presence of the divine. He says, you know, he's been working years on that. No difference in the presence, in your presence and that of divine. He says, remember when we all sat at the round table of the divine beings and you fit right in? He says, the same is still happening. He says, when you take yourself into your controlled and solitary mind, he says, then that gives you fits. You know that. It gives you fits. It makes you small. It makes you worry. It cuts the flow of wisdom. He says, the only necessary thing is that you come into your stillness, that you come into your heart breath, that you come into the knowing that flows through you, and you do not deny it. He says, all of you have had experience of living on that wisdom. Living on that wisdom. He says, now, sweet ones, this is your birthright to take that and to go further, to move into the fullness and the beatitude of who you are. He says, please come forward. He says, when you do it, be absolutely natural, be absolutely open, be absolutely present, and bless all who are there. Even the ones who are giving you the evil eye, he says, don't let them throw you off. He says their judgments are their judgments, and just bless them. Bless them because they know not what they are doing. You understand? He says certain people have a need, to carry out their negativity for various reasons. All you can do is bless them. Send your healing, send your heart breath their way, so that kindness may penetrate, he calls it, may penetrate the petals of their being, so that they at some point in lifetimes may also exist in the eternal presence. He says, now breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. Now he's asking someone else. Who is the other person? I didn't get her name early on, who was talking about not being able to listen to the playback.
Suzanne.
Oh, Suzanne.
Huh?
Yes, okay. Suzanne, please listen and repeat.
not sure I'm playing this right, but
I'm sorry, speak up, please.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm understanding it right, but all I'm hearing is color, vibration, and sound, clarity, cleanliness, openness, and beauty. That's what I got.
Okay, repeat it, please.
Okay. Oh, my God. Color, vibration, sound, lightness, I don't know, lightness, openness, and joy.
All of those are for us to enjoy?
I just said openness and joy, but I would imagine for us to enjoy.
Oh, how wonderful. Okay, so let's all breathe with that. Isn't that a lovely response? Good. And let's go back to what Rachmani reported. That was delightful about the mud of the earth. Mother. Being in the presence of Mother. Do you remember that as a child? Being in the mud? Oh, my God. So delicious. Okay, good. Okay, and let's continue. Who else? Who else? Who else is ready to extend the knowledge that comes through them? Okay, so he will go on, and he's asking each one of you to be prepared to write down what you hear. He would like you very much, each one of you, to listen and to write what you hear from him. Start with him. And he says, if other beings, if your soul comes on, that's fine. He says, but he wants you to share your wisdom. Please do that on our Facebook page. As you know, that's Facebook.com/groups, GROUPS/soul answer. And please share it there. Okay, so now please continue, go deep within. Heart breath. Heart breath. Go deeply within the stillness, within the self-knowledge. Meaning the knowledge that flows from the divinity of you. What he's asking for you to do is to break down your separateness. And the separateness is, oh my God, I can't know a thing. The other one is, oh my God, I can do this. It is a humility. It is a humility to flow with the knowledge that comes through you. A humility. Please allow yourself just to rest, just to flow, to be in that knowledge. It really is a flow. It's like a summer day.
Here again, I think I do have something, but I'm not sure about the wording.
Okay.
It's Suzanne again, and it came to it last week when we were meditating. I decided to hum, and I would hum through it, but I kept stopping because I couldn't tell if I was humming or there was a vibration. I couldn't tell the difference between me and a vibration.
Perfect.
And I don't think, really? I have not really had that.
That's what union means, dear.
It was very, it was really cool, but I didn't quite understand it. I wasn't sure exactly if it was me or obviously something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Wonderful. Okay, so do that now. Be in the hum. Everybody, let's join in the hum with Suzanne. Do you feel the vibration? Do you feel the knowing? Keep up the breath. Do you feel the vibration? He's saying that this is a time when we are moving into this. We are moving into the pure vibration, the knowing, the understanding of who we are. And he says you will continue to get clues like this over and over again. It is a hum. He says you may have witnessed this, you may have felt this when you were a child. He says, do you remember as a child moving in the bliss, being in the happiness, being in the contentment, and just maybe running like an airplane and humming and buzzing? He says, this is it. He says, please take part in your children's and grandchildren's games. You will begin to know who you are before you are trained out of it. Feel the pleasure of it. Feel the goodness of it. Feel the divinity of it. He says you are a blessing. Hello? You are a blessing. He says now open in this vibration, open to the greater mind. This is your access to the greater mind. The greater mind. He says is beyond really understanding, so don't try to understand the greater mind. Don't try to understand it. Just move into it. He says our everyday minds are too small to grasp what's going on here. Open to the greater mind. By the way, there appears to be someone sort of moving around in the background. If you could press *6 so that we don't hear that sound, that would be great. Use your heart breath. And open to the infinity of who you are. Open to the knowledge. Now, when I say infinity, it doesn't mean out there. I want you to know that. The infinity has to do also with the sublime of what we call finite. The finite is extremely exquisite, extremely beautiful. It's just our perceptions that have made it almost seem like a dirty word. He says it's not. It's a gift of nature. It's a beauty. It's an awareness. It's a brilliance. So open, finite with infinite. Not judging which one is better, which one is worse. Oh my God, I'm stuck here. Opening to the beauty and the wisdom of being in time and space. No judgment. No judgment to our path as we open to our path. And the path is continually letting the light in. You know, on a beautiful morning, You get up and you open the shades, and oh my God, the light shines in, and you are so happy and so joyous. He says, that's the description of the path. It's just opening your awareness, opening your awareness. And he says, in your Kundalini path, it opens moment by moment. He said, we do not knock you down with a brilliance. We open to you minute by minute. So be grateful for every little morsel that comes your way, every little clue, every little experience of the beauty and the light. He says, you go out for a walk on a snowy day or a beautiful spring day. There, it's great. You go out and shovel the walk of the snow. You get your juices going. Oh, my God. Isn't that beautiful? Keep up the breath. And just recall now, in the past week, what are those beauties? What are those reminiscences? What are those little awakenings, those droplets, those big bucketfuls of awareness that have fallen on you? What are the pains that have blessedly been released? What are the eye-opening circumstances that have occurred? It could be just a little peek, or it could be full-on, open-eyed awareness, wonder, awe. Allow your recognition of those gifts of light that have come to you bit by bit. Piece by piece. Forming your basis of trust, your basis of experience to flow into the whole. What a precious opportunity the divine has to live as you, to open, to wake up. Can you just feel those vibrations rumbling? Can you feel them taking you over? He says, you know you're not a small being. He says, you've just taken on this course of a lifetime, many lifetimes, to go through this cycle of birth and death, to see the light in the dark. He says, that's all there is to it. He says, why not relax into it? He says, don't get so overwrought by things are not working right. I am in pain. It's awful. He says, be where you are now. Be in the blessedness of who you are now. Take total stock, total appreciation, total presence. Breathe with it, heart breath. Remember, as Yogi Bhajan says, there is no high, no low. Thinking makes it so. Actually, he said, thinking makes it so. So, let go of high, low, good, bad, in, out. Breathe. Just be. Just be. No matter how challenging things get, stay with your heart breath, stay with this recognition, and you will find that you were on the great stage, laughing, enjoying, studying, being present. He said, even the tears, the laughter and the tears, he says, you know you watch dramas all the time. Appreciate both the laughter and the tears as the drama. Again, is a gift. There is nothing that is not a gift. Nothing that is not a gift. And if you regard it as such, if you regard all as the gift, as the gift of this sojourner, this God, this divinity, walking in time and space, you will understand who you are and why you're here. You will not feel alone. You will know that you are being honored at every step. You will understand the kindness and the goodness that flows through you, the infinity expressing itself through the finite. This is the pleasure of the whole trip. Your divinity, your soul, you, he wants to be very clear about this, you, as the divinity, have come to experience the blessedness of the laughter and the tears of this time and space. He says, don't cut anything out. Do not try to cut anything out, saying, oh, that's terrible. I judge myself. What am I doing? You say, no, oh, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? I cut that out. I judge myself. Oh, my God. Literally, my God. Watch it. Watch it as your own personal drama. Have so much interest in it. Watch it. Because you no longer have the attachment to be bombarded by it. What you have is the pleasure and the openness of understanding that you are honored by every second of your existence in this finite territory to experience. That's what it's all about. He says, I know there are times when the experience gets overwhelming. You say, get me out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. He says, but, my dears, that is the time to catch it. Catch it royally. And say, oh, my Lord, my divinity really wants a big experience this time. You go, okay, let's breathe with it. Let's really get into it. Well, let's really understand it. Let's really pound the pillow. But watch it. He's asking you to watch and witness rather than getting wholly, absolutely disconnected. Do you understand the difference? Then you can say, oh my God, this is an incredible drama. Oh, I could write a novel about this one. Do you see, there allows you an enthusiasm for understanding, for being, for experiencing, wholly taking part in all of the finite that is sourced in the divinity without getting dragged down by it. He said, sorry, it might cut your drama short, but heck. He says, enjoy it. Be aware of it. And use it for the most fun time to figure out, not with your mind, but to continue to use your mind to delve deep into the sources of these contractions, dive deep into the resolutions of the contractions, and to explore the expansion. In other words, the wisdom that flows through, moving through what we would call the keyhole of existence. In other words, moving through the contraction of existence, the difficulties, the traumas, the challenges, to expand fully on the other side of the door. He says that's what these are about. He says, and if you think that they are anything different, if you blame yourself, if you blame other people, if you think that God has lost you and has lost love of you, he says, turn the glass around. No. It's simply for the full experience, so that you may continue your journey, so that you may open up any of the contracted places. He says that you have contracted for when you came into existences. He says it's a very special turning of events. He says, you remember we talked about the percussive method of evolution? I think that was last week. Yes, it was. He says, I'm talking about the same thing. He says, but I am talking about it in a way so that you can understand that you are witnessing it. It doesn't mean to be separated from it, but it allows you to be witnessing it without being contracted by it. Witnessing it for the pure beauty, for the gratefulness of being able to move through. And being grateful on the same hand, that you can witness your own beauty, your own divinity. He says, I do not want you to cut yourself short from the realization of your own divinity and seeing the perfection, the light. He says the interminable light of the flow, of the vibration of who you are. He says, yes, you have your feet in that squirmy mud. He says, enjoy it. He says, yes, recreate the earth, recreate within Mother's womb, to understand, to be, to fully witness and experience the breathtaking existence of the infinite through the finite. Allow the finite to adore the infinite, and fully as the finite allow the adoration of the infinite of you. You are the one. You are both. And as you understand that more and more, as you witness it, as you become aware of it, as you affirm it, he says, then the walls come tumbling down. He says, you remember the walls of Jericho? How they came tumbling down? You will allow the wall of duality between infinite and finite to come tumbling down. He says, you know intellectually that you are earth-living gods. You know that. You've been told that. Yogi Bhajan always said that you are not a human having a divine experience. You are the divine having a human experience. Let that sink in now. You are the divine having a human experience, which means don't bottle it up on the one hand, but on the other hand, do not get stuck in it. Do not get stuck in it. Enjoy the squirmy mud. Enjoy the squirmy mud. Don't get stuck in it. Do you remember how you could slip and slide in the mud, how you could make mud pies, how you could make all kinds of creations with the mud? He says, yes, my sweethearts, continue the play. He says, have your trauma and say, wasn't that a good trauma? Oh my gosh, what a blessing. I really hit all keys on that one. And then turn it around to go to the bliss. Oh, Lord, I hit all drama, I hit all beauty, I hit all the notes of brilliance. On being one with that exquisite spring flower. I let it lift me. I let it be me. I let me be it. We are one. And don't keep yourself boxed in. Just see what an incredible journey this is. Such a precious journey. Such a precious journey. He says, now feel in yourself. Feel in yourself this beautiful buzz, this beautiful vibration. Good. And he says, now move it to every bit of brilliance that you have been experiencing. Recognize it. Every bit of trauma that you have been experiencing. Find any humor in it. Congratulate yourself for the deep notes that you have experienced and the high notes. He says, and now, blessed be. Blessed be in your neutrality with your total expansion. Neutral never means being cut off. Neutral never means being stuck in a box. Neutral means being open to every possibility. When you are open to every responsibility, every situation, when you are open to every situation with no holds barred, because you flow from that infinite center, what you experience is what others would call fearlessness, faith, courage, and strength. That's not because you are trying to make it happen. No, there's just simply no opposition to you. You don't feel the weakness. You don't feel the fear. You simply live in pure resilience, in the pure experience of all, the open experience of all. Breathe now. Breathe your heart. Breathe your mind. Breathe your soul. Allow yourself to be adored and adore your full self. Oh, what a precious gift to be on this earth. The total infinity, having fun in its playground of the finite of time and space. Feel that preciousness and let the contraction dissolve. Let it dissolve. And let it just open. Let yourself shed. Let yourself shed. Being so grateful for who you are. A magnificent being. You are a magnificent being. Good. And feel the experience. And inhale. And exhale. And being present. Being present. As you know, he would love to hear from each one of you. What have you experienced? What have you found out about this precious being of who you are?
This is Sadhna, and I will share.
Yes, dear.
Well, I am surprised and that I was told I am Sadhna Singh.
Oh, how fun! What does this mean?
Like, it can't be that. I know that's for the men. It might be disrespectful. It was like, no, you are Sadhna Singh. And
oh my goodness! And Singh means lion.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. my brain and ego just cannot get it, but I feel delighted.
Oh, how wonderful. Do you know one of our most wonderful, early, beautiful singers was named Sing Kaur, S-I-N-G-H Kaur.
Yes.
She did the Crimson series.
Oh, yes, I have her stuff. It's beautiful.
Isn't it?
And she was a sing, too.
How about that, huh? So what would sing mean to you?
The nobility, the flexibility of a lion, the strength and the power, which sort of like that image of who rode the lion, the woman that rode the lion.
Oh, Durga. Oh, she rode a tiger.
She rode a tiger. Yeah, well, it was a lion, but
she was a warrior. She is a warrior.
She was a warrior. Yes, that is me.
There you go. You got told the truth, huh?
Mhm.
Isn't that wonderful? It doesn't mean that you are male. It simply means that those qualities are there for you.
Yes.
Please adore them.
Okay.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it's
also
so
a
fun.
leader. Yeah, also a leader.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Good. Okay, thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Now, who else can share? Oh, somebody else can share.
Mrs. Haridaskar.
Oh, yes, dear.
What came through to me with all the enjoying of the mud and recreating the infinite through the finite was that in addition to connecting to my spiritual community of you all, that I need to also connect with my earthly family, my birth family, and my relatives here in this plane, rather than, having a primary focus of just the spiritual one.
Have us all be one big, huge family, huh?
Yeah.
Totally connected. You like that?
Yeah, it was, because I was feeling conflicted because my earthly family's family reunion conflicts with solstice and women's camp and the connections I make with with you, my spiritual family. And so it feels nice to know that both families are here and they don't have to compete.
Oh, wonderful. And so you will be in your divine to let you know how to do that, how to work it out in time and space, huh?
Right.
Cool. That's wonderful. Does it make you feel happier? Does it make you feel more whole?
Yes, it does. It definitely lightens my heart and provides, gives me an awareness that, or maybe it's an assurance that, that I can be in a divinity without being physically in, with all of you, my divine friends, and let my earthly family be divine as well, and experience their divinity.
It's all part of this incredible experience that has been given by the divine to live out as the finite, huh? All together.
You can't see it, but I'm nodding.
Huh?
You can't see it, but I'm sitting here nodding.
Oh, good. Okay. Thank you, dear. And who else would like to? Who else can share?
Hi, Siri Gian. This is Siri Gian Kaur.
Hi, dear. Where are you from?
Hi. I'm in Los Angeles, actually.
Oh, good. Am I going to see you there? You know I'm on my way.
Maybe. I feel like I should see you. Yeah, I live in West Hollywood. And I don't know if
cool.
Honey Munder is call. Are you there, Honey Munder? Up in Juneau. She was my, I guess, leader. I went to KRI, I guess, a summer and a half ago. Mm-hmm. The immersion, yeah. She was my leader. And
cool.
So she got me hooked up with these calls, and I just love them. So thank you so much to you and everybody else on the calls. I never talk, but I'm talking today.
Yay!
Yeah. So, and it's really kind of interesting what I has been coming up in my practice, and I've just seen it kind of reflected everywhere in my life and the people in my life, and that is that every moment, every day, and even every breath, I'm trying to be, present and here with myself, or, just here, not in the past, not in the future. And I found that the breath really brings you there. And with each breath is an opportunity for renewal, for, bringing the infinite into your presence. And it's really beautiful, and it's given me a lot of comfort and helped me do a lot of extraordinary things that I didn't think I could do.
Oh, wow. Like what?
Yeah. Well, just a lot of things have been changing. I have a new job, and I think things with my family. So my mom just came down here to visit me, and I took her to a Kundalini class, and she just didn't even want to leave. She wanted to stay in LA. We had such a great time. And
oh, what
and
fun.
I think it was really because our relationship hadn't been, as strong in the past. So I think it's just because I have this different reverence for life. And I think the breath work has really helped me get to that point. And my boyfriend's grandmother, bless her heart, she's 95 years old, and she just had 2 strokes. But he's telling me about her life, and she's somebody who's just overcome quite a lot in her life. And so, for example, she lost her husband a couple of years ago, and he thought that she was going to, pass away after him, but she just kind of picked herself up, and she is really just a sprite lady. And I guess in the hospitals they found her drinking water in the bathroom last night. She can't drink water, but she was thirsty, so she jumped out of the hospital bed and got some water.
Oh my gosh!
But it's just and both of her sons died before the age of 30. So she's she's endured quite a lot of what people a lot of pain and tragedy, but she just she has this kind of rebirth. And it makes me think of the Satyanama meditation, which is kind of rebirth, creation, destruction, and it's just all of this renewal is just it's comforting, because if you're in a bad place, it's easy to just kind of know that too will pass.
Wonderful. What a wonderful inspiration she is, a teacher, just by living her life.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, she's quite, never met her, but I've just heard, about her. So.
Oh, what a beauty. Okay. Well, I'll send heart breath to her right now.
Yeah, her name is Marjorie.
Breath? Marjorie. Yeah. Everybody send heart breath to Marjorie.
Thank you.
To that precious life well lived.
Definitely. Yeah, she's a remarkable woman.
Send it to Marjorie and also to your own life well lived.
Yes.
Oh, what a precious beauty. Thank you for bringing her to us and sharing your breath with us. It was such a delight.
These calls are such a delight. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So,
Siri Gian?
Yes.
Tomas would like to say something. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, please.
Well, Siri Gian, I was really feeling stuck in the mud, and I heard the word drop that despotic spot.
Wow.
Beware of despair.
Wow.
And be aware of the marriage of light and dark.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's what I heard.
Bless you, dear. You know, I am so grateful for your sharing that with us. Your life is a life that is well lived. Can I tell people your situation?
Sure.
Tomas, who is a husband of Rahmani, he has Parkinson's disease. So he's living with these disabilities. But he writes incredible, beautiful poetry of the divine lived in the daily life. And what he said of dropping, being stuck in the mud, letting go of the despair, that goes straight to my heart because he knows what he's talking about. He knows it. His divinity has picked out this life for him. He is his own divinity, and he is living it as a warrior at every turn, every experience. Bless you, Tomas. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your sharing with us. And
thank you, love. I said thank you, love.
You said thank you, love.
How precious. How precious. You know, we would love it if we could have some of your comments and some of your poetry put on our Facebook page, if at all possible, if that works out.
I'll try to get to it.
Well, I know you're busy, Rahmani, but, you know, when you can, we would love to have that. And we're also sending you our heart breath, dear, again, for another life well lived. Do that now. Oh, man, such love and compassion. Bless you, dear.
We were married 40 years ago, March 22nd, by Yogi-ji in my parents' house.
No kidding.
Wow.
Congratulations. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you both.
And in those days, in the marriage that we didn't circumambulate the guru. What we did was we bowed to Mother. Yeah, in 1972 we bowed to Mother Earth between each of the four vows of the Lavan.
Say it again. You bowed to Mother Earth and what?
And in between each of the four vows of the Lavan, the wedding.
You
so
bowed
we bowed
to Mother Earth.
The mud mama. At our place here in Santa Fe, we have what's called the Madonna, Mudonna. And if anyone is ever in Santa Fe, please come sit inside the lap of the Madonna.
That's delightful. Please, anybody, take her up on that.
Yeah.
Well, bless you all. I'm so happy to be with you today, and I apologize for the mix-up at the beginning. I can't believe that I overlooked the fact that I needed a connected phone, but it's all in the will of the divine. That's all I can say, because I loved hearing from all of you, and I'm so happy that you all figured out what to do among yourselves. I congratulate you. This is wonderful. Okay, so we have gone a little bit over because we started late. So now we're just going to, how can I say, encapsulate this beautiful spirit that everybody has shared now. So sit straight, palms together, and sing this glorious song to each other and to your own beautiful self. Inhale. May the long time sun shine upon you, all of around you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. Guide your way on. Inhale. Nam. And bow to your own divinity, your own mud, your own vibration, pure and blessed. God bless you all. Talk to you next week. Sat Nam.
That's all.